I really need people to stop using the solicitors that their mortgage brokers are recommending.
I probably wouldn't have challenged or had those deep discussions with the solicitor.
She's in the process of suing her old solicitor for all her costs associated with it.
And the longer a transaction takes, the more chance there is for situations like that to happen.
They are often what I call factory conveyancers who will just do things at their own pace, in their own time, when they want to do it. You are not a priority whether you need to be or not.
The average time to exchange contracts at the minute is, I think, about 4 months. So what I find quite amazing on this, and it's standard practice, right? This is really important to understand, is that the house has changed hands probably 6 times, maybe since it was built.
Actually, only 3 in this case,
3.
But it was still I want to say 1987 that this was all first put in place.
Yeah, so 38 years ago. I was born in 87.
There we go.
The house has been bought and sold 3 times in that time. It's always not been a problem. Statute declaration, and an indemnity policy.
That was exactly what we went down the route of.
Which is what 99% of lenders would be happy with generally. Yeah. And the solicitor was like, this would be fine, just do a stat dec and a indemnity and put it to the lender. Sorry, no, we've changed our criteria. We no longer accept stat decs and indemnities. We can't lend, sorry. At that point, this is where a great estate agent comes into their own, because I was trying to deal with it a bit while I was on holiday. And I probably wouldn't have challenged or had those deep discussions with the solicitor that you had to then get them to push back and then get the lender to push back to the surveyor, because ultimately lenders just want to get rid of their liability and say, well, if the surveyor says it's okay, we're okay with it, because if it all goes wrong, there's a claim on the surveyor. It's a really important point of, one, there can be loads of delays, and the longer a transaction takes, the more chance there is for situations like this to happen. Because you said 2 weeks prior, if we were like 2 weeks, if we put the house on the market 2 weeks earlier, got the buyer 2 weeks earlier, got the mortgage offer 2 weeks earlier, it would probably been fine.
Wouldn't have been an issue.
Because it was literally, and bear in mind, mortgage offers, the deal is there for you for 6 months, but the terms or the criteria isn't. That's changeable until you draw down the mortgage balance. And
actually, you say that, but even if you have a mortgage offer and nothing changes for you, if the situation for the lender changes, they can withdraw your mortgage offer.
Yeah.
A lender is very within their rights to say, no, actually, we're not giving that to you.
Until you've actually taken the money from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. As in, sorry, but we no longer lend above, common one, but we no longer lend on apartments above food outlets.
I've had it before actually as well, where they ended up saying halfway through a transaction, they said, we are lending on too many properties within this radius. So the lender's risk was suddenly higher than it had been when they first put out the offer.
I've had that for the block. We've got too many mortgages in that block.
Yeah.
As in like a big high street lender.
Yeah.
I've had another situation actually, just to touch on this. And the reason why we're saying this is you wouldn't get this detailed information from your estate agent. It's just really important to understand that the average time to exchange contracts at the minute is, I think, about 4 months.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time for things to change outside of your control. There's so many moving parts in property transactions. I had one where it was a block of flats above a row of shops. The lender that the current owner borrows through no longer lends on the building. So in the time that the guys owned it, let's take an example. Maybe they got a mortgage through NatWest. He's been there 10 years. NatWest will no longer lend on a property like that. So when we first put it together, it's like, oh, great, NatWest, the buyer's getting with NatWest as well. Happy days. But they changed their criteria, and sorry, you've got to find another lender. And you just got to be aware that push it through as quickly as you can. Yeah. I think is the general advice.
It's why it's so, to kind of summarise, it's why it's so important. 2 things. 1, to have a really good solicitor.
Yes.
And actually, on that topic, I would really encourage people, this might be controversial and a lot of brokers are not going to like me for this, but I really need people to stop using the solicitors that their mortgage brokers are recommending. Because the mortgage brokers' recommendations, more often than not, harsh as it is to say, are big companies that just pay really good referral fees. And that mortgage broker, more often than not, is not doing any of the sales progression at any point. So it's fantastic that they've got a relationship with Joe Bloggs at Fast Conveyancing. But actually, if Fast Conveyancing aren't doing their job and I need to be chasing them up, their mortgage broker's relationship with that person means nothing at that point.
Yeah.
And they are often what I call factory conveyancers who will just do things at their own pace, in their own time, when they want to do it. You are not a priority whether you need to be or not. And it's just a factory motion going through, and it ends up being a disaster.
I just think there's 2 areas in your life that you should never scrimp on cost. One is your estate agent.
Obviously, because you get what you pay for. But also, same applies to your solicitor. Absolutely.
Solicitor, legal advisor. I had a situation recently, it's about a year ago now, and they had used a factory conveyancing firm, which you know, you should never do, but they did. And their conveyancer had missed it when they bought it. So they now needed to get indemnity. They were like, this wasn't flagged by my solicitor. And it's because people don't think that solicitors can drop balls as well, because they're solicitors and they've been to university and they're highly qualified. You have to pay the right money, because that's your legal advice. That's like, you can be really exposed if they get it wrong.
Well, I've got a seller as of last year. She's not anymore because she couldn't sell. Her solicitor, when she bought, missed the fact that the warranty provider for her flat had gone bust 2 years earlier. So the property that she was buying with a 10-year warranty no longer had a warranty.
Yeah.
And it made it unmortgageable for then the next people. But her solicitor missed it.
Yeah.
So she, when she came to selling it, lost her buyer, lost a lot of money on her onward purchase that all fell through. Aside from the fact that she lost nearly a year of her life trying to get this all sorted because we kept pushing to try and resolve it, there was no resolve in the end.
Well, the irony is on that situation as well is that during the 10-year, you have to have a warranty, otherwise it's not mortgageable.
Yeah.
When it's 11 years old,
Doesn't matter.
it's mortgageable.
This was 8 years old.
Crazy.
In fact, I think it was 8.5 years old. It was 18 months difference that it would have made. So she'll come back to us in a year.
Yeah, she's kind of down tools on it.
But she's just, she's in the process of suing her old solicitor for all her costs associated with it.